Hey guys, welcome back to Maverick Watch Reviews. Today we have the Citizen Satellite Wave Freeeeedom 100 meter solar quartz GPS, and this is model number CC3038-51E. And as usual, we're going to open this thing up, look at all the features and functions, check out the build quality, and then I'll let you know what I think of this redesigned satellite wave from Citizen. Also, make sure you check out my Amazon shopping channel for all of my favorite watches that I've reviewed on this channel, and be sure to visit my Teespring merch store. I'll make sure to put both of those links in the description field for you. So here you go. Now this is not going to be an in-depth review by any means. I actually reviewed this watch, well, the kind of grandfather of this watch, almost 3 years ago to the day. So the movement that's in this satellite wave is the exact same one I reviewed 3 years ago, and I'll make sure I put that link in the description field so you can check out that review for all of the technical information, you know, like the case size and all that other type of stuff. The only major difference between this one and the one 3 years ago is that this does not have a sapphire crystal, it has a mineral crystal. And that's, guys, honestly, that's really about it. Everything else in the watch is just about the same. I mean, same power reserve, you know, 2-year power reserve. It's got a 7-year power reserve and power save mode, you know, the perpetual calendar, all that stuff. It's pretty much the same watch. Now, I think for cost savings, they went ahead and changed out that sapphire for a mineral crystal. A little bit disappointed. But anyway, here you go. This is what you get. You get this little pamphlet that tells you to go online. You got a mobile app, or you can go to the website, to be able to set your watch, protect your watch, register your watch, yada, yada, yada. Same Citizen kind of canister here. There we go. There's the watch. And this seems, to me, heavier than the previous version. Now, the previous version wasn't titanium. It was just regular stainless. But this seems, for some reason, heavier. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the mineral crystal makes it a little bit heavier. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, let me get all this stuff out of the way here. And, you know, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all up front, I don't know about this one. I'm really curious to see what y'all say. This blue and black doesn't really lend itself to being very legible. Obviously, the hands, the hour and minute hand are extremely legible. But when you're looking around the dial, the blue against the black background, it's not super legible, man, which is really, really disappointing. Because this, you know, the movement in this watch, the F150, is easily one of the coolest watch movements on the planet. I don't care if you're talking about a $25,000, you know, Patek Philippe or a, you know, a $10 Casio. This is one of the coolest movements on the planet. This one, the F150 and the F900, and the F900 has a motor for every single hand, and the hands move just extremely fast. And I actually have a review of the F900, which is the chronograph. I'll put that review in the, I'll put that link for the review in the description field as well. That thing makes these hands look like they're moving in slow motion. That is incredible. I think I actually made that my watch of the year back in 2000, gosh, I don't know, 15 or 16, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll put that link in the description field as well. This is really more of a, you know, an aesthetic review, just kind of give you an idea of what the watch looks like. I mean, it looks like it's kind of thick. I mean, you got all that GPS circuitry inside. It's going to be a little bit thick. But my main thing with this one, first of all, I'm not a big fan of IP-coated watches because this coating will eventually scratch off to reveal the bare metal underneath. So I've never liked black IP-coated watches, period. So that's the one thing. I really kind of wanted to see what they did with the redesign. I mean, you basically have the same things, the same kind of multifunction sub-dial down here at 8 o'clock. It shows you the summertime or daylight savings time. In Japan, they call it summertime, which means the acronym SMT. Here we call it daylight savings time. But it shows you the power reserve down there in the blue graph, and it shows you the days a week up here and whether the daylight savings time is on or off. You have your date over there at 3 o'clock. You do have this really kind of like turbined, turned sort of inner dial. That looks really cool, but everything's a little bit too blingy as well. The Citizen logo is really blinged out. That dial, whatever, that's kind of guillotine, kind of, I really don't know how to explain it. That adds a little bit to the bling factor, and it's just not a very legible watch. One, because of the colors, and two, because you've got so much decoration on the dial. It's a little hard to read. But I mean, the case is nice. It's all kind of, like I said, the IP coated, not very, it's a little bit shiny, as you can see right there, but not too bad. The bracelet, it's a little bit more muted. Decent bracelet. Now, you don't have any micro adjustments, which just drives me absolutely bonkers. So you actually have to take out a link to size this watch. But it's a very well-made bracelet, even though this is not milled, the scissor clasp. You know, this watch is not cheap. I wish they would have put a milled scissor clasp on this watch. And again, if you want to see all the specs of the original, check out that review. And that'll give you, like I said, the case size and all the other little nitty-gritties of this watch. Let me show you kind of the basics. If you click on the 2 o'clock pusher, it's going to tell you what the power reserve is right there. So right now it's fully charged. And then it's going to go back to regular timekeeping and show you the day of the week. Give it a second. There you go. Now you see it says Monday and we're at the day of the week. If you press and hold, let me see if I remember this correctly. You press and hold, it's going to tell you whether the, there you go. The GPS, first of all, what your GPS location is, and you see it showed NYC, so I'm on the East Coast, and now it's actually trying to retrieve that GPS location, but because I'm inside, if it points to OK, I'll be shocked it might, but it's probably going to point to no, right there to the left of the 12 o'clock index. Let me get a little closer, here you go. It'll probably point to no. If it points to OK, I'll be really, really surprised. But right now it's trying to retrieve that GPS location, and it can do it as fast as in 3 seconds. This is the fastest GPS signal that any watch can get is with these satellite waves. Even faster than the Seikos. Really, really cool. Let's see what it does here. Of course, watch it take like 5 minutes. Keep trying. It should stop. Yeah, let me see. NYC. It got it. Holy crap. All right. Now, if you press the lower right-hand button at 4 o'clock, that's going to try to retrieve the time. See, it says the last one was okay. Now it's going to go over to receive time. Hold on, I don't think I held it long enough. Let me try that again. Hold on. All right, let me try it again. Last one was okay. Yep, there you go, receiving time. Now this one might actually get the time. Again, it'll point to, I got it. Pointed it okay. Now I'll go back to regular timekeeping. So there you go. Now if you want to change your, if you want to manually change your location, pull out the crown once. It points to the current, which is NYC. And if you want to change that, you just twist the crown. And the time adjusts in kind with the new GPS location. So you're manually doing it. See your hands going back? I'm going to go back to NYC. It's going to go back to my local time. There you go. Push it back in. It goes back to regular timekeeping. The second hand jumps. And if you also notice, it shows you that the daylight savings time mode is off right there where my finger is. And if you want to turn it back on, let me see. I think you have to pull it out one more time. There we go. I figured it out. You press the bottom right-hand button, and that changes the daylight savings time from off to on. There you go. You notice the hour hand jumps ahead. So there you go. So just a really, really super interesting watch. I mean, I've always liked these watches. I'm just not crazy about this black colorway with the blue. It's just not very legible, guys. Still, incredibly cool watch. You know, by all means, go out there and get one. They're fantastic if you like this color. If not, some of the older models are available, but they are more expensive. And again, the F150 movement is kind of the middle range movement. In fact, let me put the different movements up on the left-hand and right-hand side of the screen. The one on the left, that's the original. That's the super cool with the F100 movement, I believe. The one I reviewed about 3 years ago, actually almost exactly 3 years ago, I'll put that in the middle. And then the F900 where the hands are blazingly fast because each hand has its own individual motor. I'll put that on the right-hand side screen. So as you can check out all these watches. I've done reviews of all of them. So, you know, again, this is a fantastic watch, man. If you want to get one, get one. But you might want to look at the older models or some different colorways. Again, this is just not my favorite. But let me go ahead and try it on real quick. Let me take off my Duro here. And you just can't beat these Casio Duros. God, these are just great. I've got like 4 or 5 of them in storage. I'm just holding on to them. God, I mean, for like 40 or 50 bucks, this is just a fantastic watch. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and try this thing on. And I'll give you a Lume shot. Don't get your hopes up. only the tip of the hour and minute hand are loomed with this thing. There you go. Looks good. Again, it's still even hard to read at a pretty close distance, man. You've got to look at it for a second to see where that hour and minute hand, because you got so much blue everywhere. I wish they had redesigned it and used it in a different colorway or something. All right, let's kill the studio light. Let's kill the monitor. Let's break out the UV. And here you go, guys. There you go. That's the only lume you get. It's probably another cost savings measure. This watch is, I think it retails for $750, but you can get them for around $5 or $5.50 on Amazon or other places. So I don't know if this is really a good redesign. Tell you the honest to gosh truth, I'm not quite sure I like what they've done, but you know, that's my personal opinion. You know, some of you out there might absolutely love this watch. So let's turn everything back on. And I really do want to know your opinions and what you think of this thing. Please let me know in the comments section if you like this redesign, if you think they kind of maybe possibly cheaped out by not putting a sapphire crystal in it, not having everything loomed better, you know, what you think of the bracelet. The case back, just like every other satellite wave watch, is just that engraved laser etched case back. Nothing special about the case back. You can tell the watch is a little bit thicker than a normal watch, only because it's got all that circuitry in it. The fact that this can talk to a satellite 100 miles above your head just fascinates me. Absolutely fascinates me. But anyway, guys, I'm trying to think of anything else I want to tell you. Also, I'll make sure I put the link into the description field to get this over at Amazon. I think I got it for $5.75. I'll have to look. Something like that. $5.75, something like that. If you want to get one, like I said, go over there and take a look at that. And also make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And I would really appreciate that too. Also make sure you click that notification bell. All new subscriptions are really, really appreciated. And guys, that's been about it for this one. I just wanted to show it to you. Again, not a full review, but I just wanted to show it to you. So anyway, that's it. This has been the Citizen Satellite Wave Freeeeedom 100-meter solar quartz GPS, model number CC3038-51E. And I forgot to tell you, there are 3 models of this. So you're looking at green, blue, and red of this. So anyway, guys, again, that's been about it. And I'll see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.